Greetings once again, makers. This is Terry here with our week 6 build. This week we were supposed to come up with our own idea to do something with motors. I used a regular spinning motor last week, so this week I decided to use our servo motor from the kit. And then we, of course, were supposed to use some sort of sensor to control that motor. So I had multiple ideas that I could use a temperature sensor to control a servo that would turn on a fan when we reached a certain temperature, or a similar type idea using the temperature control or temperature sensor to open and close the blinds in a room automatically to help control temperature that way. And I found several examples of ideas using the temperature sensors in those ways. They all required either multiple temperature sensors or multiple servos or both, or some sort of extra Arduino pieces that I don't have. So then I started looking at the photoresistor, which I have not used this semester, and I found multiple ways that people have used these to control servos. One was to use the photoresistor to control a servo that would open blinds when, for example, as the sun rises, the blinds would open in the bedroom to act as an alarm clock in a way. And vice versa, when it would get too bright, then the readings would tell the servo to run the opposite direction and close the blinds. Okay. But I wanted something a little different. I looked at using the servo as a drummer. And that if you've got something that would make the sound, it would work well. But I realized I didn't need to completely cover the resistor to get the servo to work. So while it can still be a drum, if you have something that'll make a drumming sound, what I had come up with that would work with exactly the same circuit with only physical modifications over here, have something like this set up in a traffic pattern where when somebody would pass, they walk past, it would count traffic by way of the servo triggering a manual counter. Okay. I don't know if you can hear it, but the one thing I have not figured out, the motor continues running even when the servo does not need to be moving. So I need to figure out what's causing that before this circuit is perfect. But overall, I'm satisfied. This could even be used with a slight modification to the code as an intruder alert. Something that if somebody goes into a room where no one's supposed to be going, they trigger that photoresistor. It moves to a position that could be indicated on a counter or a scale, and then have the code modified so that it doesn't move again when the light hits it. And it would be sort of a security device. Okay. But that is my circuit in action. And get this out of the way. Here is my schematic, and all it was the Arduino with a jumper off of pin 12 to the pulse input of the servo, which is that center orange wire in this case, off of one on this one around to the output of the photoresistor, which was fed by a 5 volt, off of the analog port 0 on the Arduino to a 10K resistor, port 3 to the resistor to ground, and then with our photoresistor controlling the signals to our servo. Okay. All right, now that is that for this week, and I will see y'all next week.